When we saw that Jonathan Taylor was listed as full go at practice yesterday, we assumed that meant that he was going to be healthy on Sunday. That seems not to be the case necessarily. Jonathan Taylor talking to the media, you're going to hear it in a second. He's asked about the health of the thumb, how they're going to keep it protected, and what he says is really interesting about his availability on Sunday. They got to figure out how to protect that thumb because Falcons players are going to go after it, and he's got to find out that it's 100% functional, or that ball could get ripped out, and all it takes is one turnover to completely screw up a season.
You kind of just don't have any power. Like, you can't. You got power, but it won't let your body won't let you. Like, I'm squeezing, but it's not. Like it's not anything giving me anything. I'm like, dang.
Was it on the touchdown run?
Which one?
Was it on the touchdown run? You know.
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
You don't know it.
Okay.
Can you tell us what you did? You didn't break it. It was like a ligament or something?
That was a ligament tear.
Okay.
Yeah, that's so. It's like you got power, but it's nothing. You're like. It's like flimsy almost. Like.
What are you curious about today? Like just testing it out?
Yeah, first day, full speed pack. So I mean, of course, everything we've been doing has been training room and control, but full speed is you got full velocity on the ball. You got guys coming after the ball. It's gonna be a big day.
So just like ball security, pass protection.
Yeah.
100%. Have you done enough to be confident that you think you're good to go, or do you need to see it out there full speed?
No, yeah, you definitely got to see it full speed at practice for sure.
Was it one of those things where you had to get surgery just to make sure that you're all right?
Yeah, I mean, because I don't know anybody that wants to get cut open at all.
And I mean, like, a lot of people was like, can you just tape it up and go out there? That obviously, I'm assuming you thought about that, but this.
Definitely thought about that, and then once you get the real synopsis.
Okay, right, gotcha.
How did you digest that in the middle of a playoff race to have to, okay, now it's a couple weeks to sit out?
For me personally, I was sick. I knew we would be good as a team just because I know the guys we have, the players we have, the mentality we have. I was just sick because I'm like, man, another one? Like, just had my first one. Dang. I don't know. I just don't. No one likes getting cut open at all.
Do you feel good, like wind-wise, considering it was upper body? Or?
Oh yeah, the lower body you can still run. Yeah.
Like
You're good. Yeah.
It's been a hell of a year.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I just got cut open. Oh my gosh.
But it's just like you hadn't played as much football as you would have wanted in general. Can finishing strong kind of change the complexion of this season for you?
Yeah, on a personal aspect. Yeah. Always. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. Of course, you would love to start fast. But it's how you finish, and we have a great opportunity to finish really strong. But Sunday that's what's first up. We got to make sure we handle business on Sunday.
What do you think are the hurdles you have to clear personally to be available for Sunday?
I don't think it's anything close to the ankle at all. Thankfully, so we'll go out there and we'll hit it.
You expect them to play?
Depends on how today goes and tomorrow. Really today's the first full. This will tell you a lot. The first full speed day.
How much of this do you think will be decided by the coaches, and how much will just be like how you feel, and you telling them how you feel?
That's what it is. It's a partnership. Like Colts here are very good. Hey, what can you do? How can we help control it? How can we help control the environment as much as possible? As far as I guess limitations, what you can do. Is there a tape job? What can we do? And then go out there. Let's test it. Hey, do we need to play with some things? Is that perfect? You let us know so that we can go out there and make this run, man. Make this run.
Will you have a brace or a wrap on your?
I'll have something on. It depends on what we come up with. So we'll have to dial that in.
Is that part of practice today, testing out different stuff?
Yes. I mean, if the first thing we go out with is perfect.
Then nothing.
Because other teams know what you're going through, so they're going to test your hand as well during games, right? I mean, these guys aren't stupid.
100%.
Okay.
I know that for sure.
JT, what was it like to see Tyler Goodson and Trey step up in that game last week?
That was awesome. We had that one drive that reminded me of a Wisconsin drive. We had like 22 straight run plays between, I think it was like 2 series, 22 straight run plays. So to see something like that at this level, that's a special sight to see. You don't just impose your will like that on someone down the field. So to be able to have them, not only them, but the O-line just play at that high of a level, that was special to watch. It got me excited. Like I said, it took me back to my Wisconsin days.
And then to play off of that, the next man up mentality for this team, how important has it been to embrace that in all position groups, but then like especially at the running back group?
100%. I mean, we got a bunch of horses in the stable, and I think that was on full display last week, which is what I was happy for, just so everyone can see the full talent. Not at full talent. We still got some guys down. We got Evan down, but for the most part, the full talent of this running back room here in Indianapolis and our mentality every time we take the field.
Just on a personal level, just excited for the opportunity. I mean, I know waiting sucks. Was it three games?
Yeah, and it sucks when it's something that seems minor and you're like, of course it was my dominant hand. Of course, you're like, so very anxious to get back out there. Excited, like it's something you love to do. It's just like if you were away from reporting for a while, you're like, man, I can't wait to go write this story. So super excited.
Well, what's the feeling like for you just being back in a playoff race for the first time in a couple of years?
It's a lot of emotion because okay, we're close, but you got to stay focused because close is not good enough. How do we get closer? Take care of business Sunday, then the next one. But it's very, very exciting to just kind of even be mentioning that because we know we had the team, the caliber team to do it, but it's all about execution. It's one thing to say you can do it, it's another thing to go out and do it.
What do you think it says about your team to continue to find ways? I mean, one week it was Ronnie Harrison, another week it's Tyler Goodson, another week it might be DJ Montgomery. Like, that has to be pretty exciting to know that any guy can have it.
And that's what it is. Those teams that go far, they have guys that can step up. It's not just one person. It's a whole collective team effort. Depth is everything, and playing as a team is everything. So like you said, over the past few weeks, it's been somebody every week stepping up, making plays. We just got to continue doing that. How can you continue doing that? It's one thing to do it one week. How can you continue doing it as a team?
Some teams, when it's the quarterback that goes down, they don't recover. What have you learned from Minshew that this hasn't been 1 or 2 games, this has been extended? What have you learned about him?
Minshew mania. I just think that he has this aura, this energy that draws guys to him and say, hey, we can do this together. Like, we know it's going to be tough, but the energy and vibe he brings, it's fun. We already know it's going to be tough, so we might as well have fun doing it. And I think that mentality on just staying locked in, having fun because we're doing what we love, and as you guys can see, it's been taking care of itself, but we got to continue doing it. This is when it gets down to the nitty-gritty.
That's Jonathan Taylor. You hope he's going to be able to play on Sunday in Atlanta because it's all hands on deck. If the Colts get this win, that's a big deal. If they can win out, we talked about this earlier, they could get that 1 seed. Now, it would take a whole lot of things to happen, a whole lot of dominoes to fall in the right direction for them to get that 1 seed. But that 1 seed is still on the table if they can get that win this weekend. If they don't get the win this weekend, they really need to button down the last 2 in order to go to the playoffs at all. But if they win this thing on Sunday in Atlanta and the Jaguars lose in Tampa, Colts are in pretty damn good shape in the AFC South. And if the Ravens lose, and if the Dolphins lose, and then the Dolphins beat the Ravens next weekend, and a lot of other things happen, Colts could wind up the 1 seed in the AFC.